The name of the title is The Lot Print, and I got that because Jay-Z like my favorite rapper. Like out of all the rappers, I say like that's who I listen to the most. So I feel like The Lot Print is like my impact. Like I want it to be like my mark on the game. Like this is what I'm bringing to the table. Like it's not the blueprint, but it's like this is what I'm bringing to Lot Print. Cause Lot Print is, my label is Lot Boy Entertainment. So you know the Lot Print kind of fits that name well. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Lot Print. You know, I ran it by my crew. They were like, yeah, that shit fire. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Lot Print. And you know, that's kind of how I came up with it. I'm pretty much standing in front of my car. I wanted to keep it like real authentic, like real just me. Like it's in front of my car, old school, urban look. I wanted to give it that grimy type vibe. Like I ain't want to just go rent a car or just like borrow a car. I was like, nah, like I want people to feel me. Like when they see the cover, I'm like, okay, like they might be hot, kind of like a trap music or like a urban legend, maybe like Wayne Carter too, something like that. That's what I was going for, but I think it worked out pretty well though. Yeah, so that's what I went with for the artwork. August 18th is my birthday, so I wanted to do something. That's kind of like what I do for my tapes. I kind of like my major tapes anyway. I wanted to be like, I'm gonna drop it on my birthday. It's kind of like a significant moment for me, so I feel like that was a perfect day. Plus I already had the maybe like 20, 30 tracks already lined up, ready to go. So I'm like, yeah, let me shoot some out to the fan, get them riled up, you know what I'm saying, feed the streets, and we just move like that. I was aiming for like 12 to 14 tracks, but when I got in there, I started knocking them down, and then I was like, well, I ended up with 15 tracks. It's 15 tracks total on the project. But I wanted 12. I like, man, every track was riding, and I didn't want to just like leave any out. So I ended up using like 3 extra ones that I was feeling, and then we kind of just ran with that. I kind of wanted like an album work. Like it's a mixtape, but I wanted that album vibe. I wanted to be like, okay, like he put some work into it. I didn't want to be like, oh, he just, you know what I'm saying, he just jacking for beats, or he just like putting songs together and calling a mixtape. Like I wanted to like take you through a journey and make you feel like, oh, I'm connected with him. I really feel him. I like what he doing. I want to know him. I want to be a fan. Like I like everything. I like his style. I like how he rap. I like all that. So, you know, that's what really, like, I feel like 15 minutes is about like an hour worth of material, 60 minutes. So I was like, yeah, that's perfect right there. You can get in your car, ride down 85, 285, wherever you going, and you know what I'm saying, you get a full glimpse of what Young Stunner or Stunner 334 really like. And you know, that's why I chose 15 tracks. Yeah. I came up with, I would say like a rough draft of what I liked it. And then I ran by like my partners like B-More and Champ and pretty much my whole Lot Boy crew. And we kind of like narrowed it down to 15 tracks that we thought were hot. And we kind of like came up with like the 15 that was on there, because, you know, I originally had like 20 tracks, and I was like, man, like I like all these, but you know, they were like, nah, man, we can't put 20 tracks. You don't want to just kill them like that. So I was like, yeah, you know, you're right. So I had to let go of some of them that I really like, but I thought that, you know, I don't want to just oversaturate and make people feel like, dang, he put like 20 songs, like how the old No Limit tapes, or how the old school, he's had like double discs with like 20 plus songs. I feel like people don't really do that no more. So I felt like if I can give them like 12 to 14 just hot songs from intro to outro, I feel like I'm solid, I'm golden, I'm good. So, you know, that's what we came up with though. You know, I ain't want to just leave it to me to come up with the decision, because I feel like a couple minds, like, you know, better than one. So that's what we did with it. I wanted to go from like kind of hype to kind of like it mellows out at the end. So, you know, like the first track is the intro. It got a nice little knock to it, nice heavy 808, you know what I'm saying, good vibe track. And then it goes into this track called Truth. It's like a real hard club banger, you know, just a real track where people feel. And Side Chick, that's a single that I'm working on now, real heavy club banger. You know, it's kind of self-explanatory, Side Chick. And it goes into like this song called Bounce. It's like a stripper anthem. All those are like high tempo tracks. And then it goes into like the Bring It Back with me and LB Wade on it. It's kind of like a fly, flashy type Cash Money type record. And you know, it goes into this record Blow after that. And this record Blow is like, it's like I made it, or kind of like, it got like a real commercial, solid vibe to it. And it just like a feel good vibe to it. I can't really explain it. And at that point, we like 6 tracks in, going into like number 7, which would be like Ain't No Faking, which is a song with me and King T and my partner Champ 334. And it's like a good mellowed out track also. And you know, I'm kind of like shifting, like the weight done shifted from like, okay, we up here, we kind of like right here now. So it's like we going into We Not Really Friends. And that's a track that's like, you know, I kind of rock with you, but I know how you are, so I can't expect nothing more, nothing less. So I kind of take it for what it is. That's We Ain't Really Friends. It's a solid, mellow track, hard 808. You know what I'm saying? Kind of calm, not really just up tempo. And then it kind of slows down after that point. It gets into like the Get It Poppins and the Nothing Was the Same. And then it goes into Fuck Nigga, which is kind of like a hard track, but it's a slow tempo. And then it goes into Southside. Southside is a kind of turn up track, but I use Southside because I didn't want to just go straight downhill. I kind of wanted to give it a level playing field, kind of even it out. And, you know, I didn't want to just like take people for a ride and be like, oh, we done went kind of mellow all the way out. You know, I'm trying to keep it well balanced, that album type feel, that just good vibe, like good songs, just good mood, just good music in general. And that's kind of what I was aiming for through all out the tracks, even the Lits and the Know My Names and the Dreams and the Count Ups. All those are just, you know, it kind of mellows out at that point, and it's just solid tracks, good records, and that's what I was really just going for. And that's kind of like really the sequence. It kind of goes, it starts out kind of hype, and it kind of, you know, mellows out just a little bit, not too much. It kind of lifts up a little bit, and then it just like fades out the dreams, and that's really it. It's like beginning and ending, and I kind of took you for a ride. Good flow, good chemistry, good tracks. The intro starts off, nice little knock to it. You know, it's a nice turn up vibe. You can vibe to it. Like that's one of my dope tracks. Like I feel like it's a good way to just really start the CD out. It kind of like if you pop it in to your CD player or whatever you have, you can be like, hey, I fuck with this. Let me see what it's all about. And then it go into Trust. Trust like a hard record. It's like a club record, like a street nigga type record. Like who can I trust? And, you know, I came up with that record because I feel like, who can I trust? You know, everybody don't seem to be who they say they are. And, you know, I feel like that's something everybody can relate to. And then it goes into Side Chick. Side Chick is my single. Like, that's the one I'm about to shoot a video for. Like, that's the one I'm working on right now. It's like that heavyweight. It's that bang. It's like that Gotti and the DM type track. You know, Side Chick has its own vibe when it come on. You know, Side Chick's a real pop. I mean, Side Chicks are winning right now. So, you know, I made a song called Side Chick, and it kind of just, you know, describes like what's the role of a side chick, what makes a side chick so special, or why does everybody want a side chick? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, that's a good song just to have, like not bashing like the main chicks or anything, but it's just saying like, you know, what it is, what's the life of a side chick. And then it goes into this song called Bounce. Bounce is like a stripper anthem, like a twerk song, like just a real, you know what I'm saying, kind of up-tempo type vibe, mellow, a little auto-tune slightly. And, you know, it's just a good feel for the club. Blow is just a real solid commercial. That's another one of my favorites. It's like a commercial, like this fabulous type vibe. It's trill, you know. I rock with it, you know. And then after that, it's Ain't No Faking. Ain't No Faking, that's me, my partner King T, and my partner LB Champ. And you know, that's like the second single out the project. It's a real vibe, something you can get your two-step on, or something everybody can rock with. You know, you might hear it in the club, you be like, oh yeah, I fuck with that. You know, I'm rocking with that. And you know, that's something that I like that song a lot. We plan on shooting a video for it. I gotta get with a good video director, come up with a good treatment, and we gonna knock that out. After that, it goes into We Ain't Really Friends. We Ain't Really Friends, self-explanatory. A lot of people claim to be who they not. A lot of people hate, or a lot of people, like, they might be fake in front of you, and then, you know, when they not around you, they talk behind your back, do that kind of stuff. But I can't expect no more, no less, because we're not really friends. And, you know, that's just something that I just want to get off my chest, because I feel like it's a lot of people that hate, or it's a lot of people that have negative energy. And me, I'm all about positive vibes. So, you know, I feel like that song could touch a lot of people, because nobody like hater, nobody. Like, you can be like, you can ask anybody, they be like, fuck haters, or we don't like haters, or this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a good song for everybody. Then it goes into Get It Poppin'. Get It Poppin', another track with me and my homeboy, Champ 334. Good club record, pop bottle, bring more bottles out. Just, you know, just a good vibe all in general. You know, get money, all that type of stuff. Still the Same, it's the track after that. Still the Same is more like, okay, like, we started out these young niggas. Now we like, we got money now. You know, we stunned, we flashy, we fly with it, we doing our thing. But we still the same, like, we ain't changed. Like, cause like, this my partner right here. Like, we grew up together. Like, all of us, we started rapping together. And like, now that we seeing money, like, years later, we still the same. So, you know, I feel like, you know, if you got your down ones or your day ones, you gon' relate to it, and you be like, hey, I fuck with them niggas. Them niggas right there real. They A1. And then it goes into fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. Nobody likes a fuck nigga. You know, that's anybody, male or female. Nobody likes a fuck nigga. They might be like, I can't stand. I mean, you done heard the term. You know, people like, man, I can't stand that fuck nigga or that bitch nigga or whoever. It's not a male or a female. It could be anybody. So, you know, that's just a little turn on anthem, kind of nice for the club. And then it goes into Can You Handle It? That's like something for the ladies, kind of slow tempo. I got Champ 334 on it again, and another singer on our label, Angelica Brielle. That's a nice cut. It kind of give you that male and female perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I think they gonna like that. The streets fucking with it. I mean, you know, we got a video coming for that soon. So, you know, you can check that on World Star. We trying to do that with it. And after that, we had Lit. Lit was the original single off the project. It was one, I wasn't even gonna roll with it, but the beat was just so crazy. They were like, yo, like, I'm fucking with that. And everybody that I let hear the track, they were like, yo, we like Lit. And I don't really know what it is about Lit that people like. I guess because it's lit, but people really fuck with it. And, you know, you know what I'm saying? I took that into consideration. I like, well, let's shoot a video for it and see what they do. So, you know, we went downtown Atlanta, shot a video. And then, like, when we put it out, the response was crazy. People were really fucking with it. So I was like, hell yeah, we might got one. So, you know, Lit's kind of like, that's a personal one right there. I like Lit a lot, and everybody else like Lit, so I know that's a solid banger. And then it goes into Know My Name. Know My Name is like, it's like a commercial type record. Like, you gon' remember me, or like, it's like my mark on the game. Like, you gonna remember this Lock Boy name. When you hear Lock Boy, oh, that's that Stunner 334 guy that was, he was talking this. Oh, I see what he doing now. Like, I see the moves that they were making, because a lot of people, they might feel like they might not understand, like, what, they can't connect the puzzle yet, but when they get it all together, they be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, Know My Name. I see what he meant. I see the Lit, I see the side chicks, I see the blow, there ain't no fakings. I hear all that. Now I see where you at now. I got you. So that's kind of why I wanted to go with that, kind of like a memorable track. Like, that has my partner LB Truth on there, Angelica Brielle's on the hook, I'm on the hook. You know, it's just a solid track, just a nice, like, we made it type track. And then it goes into Dreams. Dreams is like, this what I live for. Like, this why I'm here right here in this very moment. Like, This like the blood, sweat, the tears. This like everything that I wish for, like all the late nights in the studio, all the video shoots, the countless hours that we spent, the money that we spent, everything. Like this is like we like we just enjoying the fruits of our labor right now. And that's kind of like with dreams like make you feel good. It makes you feel like, dang, like we made it, success, like all this hard work finally paid off. And that's the last track, and that's kind of what I wanted people to get at when they hear like the last track, Dreams. They be like, okay, well, we heard the intro, we heard everything. This is like the workup all the way to the end of the lock print. This is the blueprint that he drew. Like, this is the lock print. This not Jay. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Nicki. This ain't like the pink print. This the lock print. This me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make a dynasty. I'm not trying to do this. I'm just trying to give you me. And I'm trying to give you me and exactly what it is that's special about me and my team that separates us from everybody else. So that kind of like what I wanted to do with Dreams or whatever. Angelica Brielle's on the hook. Kind of give you that Fabulous type vibe, East Coast vibe. Just a good mellow type, not too mellow, but just a good song, good record. Like, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And then I have a bonus track called Count Up, produced by Lafayette Beats. I always want to put like a local beat maker on my project. And Lafayette Beats, I grew up with Lafayette Beats. Like, they're my partner from the mud, so it was only right that I put him on the project. So, you know, we rocked it out like that. He just shot me. I told him, yo, like, I need a beat from you. And he was like, yo, I got you. And like, yo, he sent me a beat. I was like, yo, this rocking. You know what I'm saying? I think we was at Soul Asylum. He just played the beat. You know what I'm saying? I was vibing to it. Went ahead and wrote a verse. Then I went in the lab, laid it, and that was a wrap. And it was like the last track that I recorded, but it ended up making the cut. And, you know, we already had 15 tracks. So I was like, dang, I like this track too. So, you know, I made a bonus track, but, you know, it's still on the project. So the original project has 15. Like, if you look on Tidal, Spotify, or any of the streaming sites or iTunes, it's 15. But, you know, my mixtapes or whatever, you know, we got that bonus track, all that stuff. So that's the whole breakdown, the whole lineup. That's what I was rocking with when I wanted to do the sequence and the highlight or like my tracks or whatever for the project. This project right here is definitely commercial ready. I feel like this project right here this is gonna be the project that people be like, dang, when I first heard Stunna 334, that lock print shit that he dropped, that shit right there, that's what we wanna hear. Like, you know, I'm not saying that like when I start dropping other projects that this gonna be like, it's gonna like not be up to that level. I'm just saying that like that's gonna be what people remember me by. It's like when Jay like, yo, like people love The Reasonable Doubt, or people love Biggie Ready to Die, or, you know, people like want that Get Rich or Die Trying, or the old Kanye, the College Dropout. Like, I feel like the lock print gonna be like that. Those were major projects, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to set the bar too high, but that's why I feel like people gonna, when they hear that, they're gonna be like, okay, like that's Stunna 334. I fucks with him, I rocks with him. That's what made me fall in love with him, and that's how we rocking. And that's what I feel like people gonna feel when they hear the lock print.